It is October 19th, 2007. We're in Clearwater, Florida. My name's Elliot Abelson. You are Debbie Kane. Cook, rather. That's a good start.
Yeah.
We try to get a little humor in here because we're taping, as you know, in showbiz time. We're here in a serious matter, We're here to formalize the signing of an agreement and general release between Debbie Cook and Church of Scientology FSO, and also covered in this agreement is CSI, Church of Scientology International, and RTC. Now, what's happening is that you are leaving the C organization. Is that right?
That's right.
How many years have you been a member of the C organization?
28 years.
And you're doing this voluntarily?
I am.
No one has made any threats or forced you to do anything?
Not at all whatsoever.
Have you had a good 28 years in the C organization?
We've had a very, very good 28 years.
Very interesting, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what position you've held in FSO?
Sure. I was the head of FSO, the captain of FSO for 17 years. And
that was the highest position?
yeah.
Was that a position of heavy responsibility? And is there a part of you that's going to miss that?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Do you have a medical condition that has made it difficult for you to perform up to your expectations?
Mm-hmm.
And how long has that been going on?
For about 8 years.
Has FSO, the church, provided medical treatment and helped you through this?
A lot, yes. Many things. Everything that I ever asked for, ever dreamed of. It was a tremendous amount of help and assistance.
So you have very strong positive feelings about the Church of Scientology?
Very much.
And is it your desire that they continue with what I consider astounding growth and help to the planet?
Absolutely.
And in signing this agreement and in deciding what you're going to be doing, you have said to me and said to others that you have no desire to interfere in any way with the church's growth or its reputation, or to talk about any of the confidential matters that have come to your attention.
Definitely not.
Of the church, we, and I'm an attorney, but others, and I'm present during those conversations, some of them, have offered their help to you and your husband in the transition. You feel what's been offered is fair and generous?
Far more than fair and far more than generous.
It's touched you, actually, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I feel the same way about it, but I think it says something about the gratitude for what you've done. And the fact that you have not made any demands or threats, and in fact, you have never discussed what the church would do for you or giving you any money to get you started. Is that right? And I had a little bit of a hard time today getting you to accept what the church has offered. Was I able to persuade you it was in good faith?
Yes.
Okay. I asked you if anybody made any promises or threats to get you to sign these papers, other than some money and also the promise that we're going to help you with employment and finding housing. And if you have any other difficulties, you've been given some contact names.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's my understanding you're going to have a medical, your departing is classified as a medical leave of absence.
Mm-hmm.
And I can assure you that That fact is a fact that is not going to be publicized in any way by FSO or any church entity. It's a private matter. It has to do with your health, and we keep it private. You've also said you're pretty much going to stay away from Scientology during this year, and that's good. You have family between you and your husband who are Scientologists, and there'll be minimum contact. You haven't had anything to drink or any drugs that might affect your ability to understand.
No, not at all.
With respect to your treatment, not medical, but during the last few weeks where there have been issues of your leaving or not leaving, have you been treated well?
I have been treated very well.
You've had plenty of sleep?
Plenty of sleep.
Probably much more than you ever had on post.
That's right.
Now, I've given you a document. It's in front of us, and you've had time to read it over.
Yes, I have.
Did you understand it?
I did understand it, yes.
Did you have any questions? Do you have any questions about it?
I have no questions.
Okay. I told you, I think we had dictionaries out here, and I told you I would answer any questions before, and you really don't have any questions?
That's right.
Your husband had a couple?
Yes.
And you made one change, which was a pickup by your husband. And that was just a typo. And that was on at the end, and you changed it. I should probably have you initial the change when we go through it. All right. Would you take a look at the document now? It's in front of you. It hasn't left your presence.
Right.
That's the same document you reviewed.
Right.
If you could initial the bottom of each page where there's a little squiggly straight line. And did we pass that page where there was, yeah, I think we did. Oh, it was in the, that's right. Yeah, it's in the addendum. All right, now there's a signature page. And if you could sign there.
Why does it have that?
This is for the church to sign when we give you a copy. Okay, just a couple more questions, and then I'll do my little thing with this. You've had a lot of wins during these years. No question, Scientology is a spiritual religion, and you've had spiritual gain and lots of it. Some other people, and you have high regards for the staff that you work with.
Very.
And how about the boss?
Big.
Yes. Talking about David Miscavige. Okay. I'm going to hold this up, and the videographer is going to zero in. The reason we're doing this is so we have a record, obviously.
I understand that.
Okay, that's page 1. Order, page 3. This is page 6. This is page 10, the signature page. And this is page 11, the addendum where the minor change was made. So we're going to, I understand you're going to San Antonio to live?
That's correct.
And the church has helped find housing for you?
Yes.
And we've indicated to you that we're going to help with the employment situation. If you have any medical issues or records, etc., we will help. We have given the names of 2 people to have regular contact with, not only on whatever basis you decide, but, you know, geez, if things are going really bad or there's a problem, or that outside world, as you and I have discussed, is sometimes difficult to adjust to, or you have questions on what to do, we'll help you. It's hopefully a continuing sort of non-relationship relationship. Finally, as part of that agreement, there are some strict confidentiality rules, which you understand, and you had agreed well before that you are going to keep things that are recited here as confidential, and you know to be confidential. It's to your interest and our interest. The last thing is I have a check here for you for $50,000. This is part of the agreement and in gratitude for what you've done, and as part of the consideration for the agreement, and especially we know you're going to have some medical bills, and hopefully this is going to help a whole lot. There's the check. I'm sure I'm saying this, we've met, but you don't know me very well, but there's a lot of people that are going to say and are saying good luck. I'm going to say it now. Good luck to you. I mean it. You're welcome.